Hey, how y'all doing? This is Mongo Slade, and today we're going to talk about the burning of the Fiend, Randy Orton, and Alexa Bliss. So, the Fiend was burned alive at TLC, obviously. So, Randy Orton came out to gloat about how he burned the Fiend and how, the stench of burning flesh tends to linger. And if he closes his eyes, he can remember it. He can remember the Fiend taking his last breath. It was real creepy and it was real good. It was real good. It was a good promo, and it's made Randy sound like a psychopath. Like he's sitting here enjoying the sound of the Fiend dying. That's really dark stuff. I guess would you call it adult themed? That you burned a man alive and then gloated about it on TV. The voices that you're used to hearing in your head no longer exist. Now it has been replaced by the gasps of the Fiend dying. Oh, oh boy. That was a pretty crazy promo, dog. So obviously, when Orton is done reminiscing on burning the Fiend and gloating about it, the lights start to turn out, and of course, the Fiend would never return so quickly. But what ends up happening is that Alexa Bliss is in the ring on a swing, and she is swinging back and forth, and they use her neoteny, which we'll get to in a minute, to perfection in this scene. So you've got Alexa Bliss going on the swing, and she's talking about the Fiend's not here. He built this for her, this swing set, this playground. It's Alexa's playground, and it was built for her by the Fiend. And then she makes some burn jokes that he's at his favorite tanning parlor, or that he's he's sunbathing, and all these sorts of things. He's at a barbecue, like these really bad burning hot puns. And then she says the Fiend has, this is this place where the Fiend was burned, and it was like he melted into the mat, like he melted into the ground, and that he went home. But when he comes back, he's going to come back far more dangerous and far worse than you could ever imagine. Of course, so they did a good job. They did a great job of really planting that seed that the Fiend will be back and that he will come back differently. So I'm very interested in that. Alexa Bliss gets top marks from everybody as far as how she is performing. And it's really strange that a lot of the people who were, oh, Alexa Bliss can't wrestle, Alexa Bliss, she shouldn't be on TV, we should replace Alexa Bliss with some random Japanese girl who can do really good wrist locks and cross bodies from the top rope, because that's what everybody wants to see. And then it's like, well, no. I've been telling people for years, at least 4 years, Alexa Bliss is there because she's really good at talking. She's really good at being a character. She's really good at acting and things like that. And then this role that they have for her is perfect because it uses her neoteny very well. Neoteny means that she looks very young. She's petite. She's like, 5'2" or something like that. She has a very young face with enough makeup, of course. And then they got her wearing these knee-high socks, and these little skirts, and she got pigtails. She's very schoolgirl-ish. And I know that the schoolgirl fetish crowd is probably crying and creaming all over themselves, just rolling in their own filth, Cheeto crumbs, and empty Domino's boxes. It's like, relax, bro. Please relax. But she is really good. It seems like they made the right choice keeping her on the roster. That, she can't do, an Emi Sakura arm drag. She's not Bull Nakano who can throw her body around and do a mean spinning back fist. But she can go out there and give you a great promo and do it in more than one way. Like, this isn't just Alexa Bliss being snotty, which is what she was a couple of years ago. She was able to give good babyface promos too. She was able to do the talk segments, the a moment of bliss talk segment. She's able to do those and make those interesting. And now she's been left. She's been gifted the Fiend's gimmick. Like, it's just kind of been like she's been trusted with this thing. Where it's like, here, for who knows how long, you're going to be the only person carrying the torch for the Fiend. And it's difficult to do with a supernatural character. She has to be his pallbearer. You know? Oh, yes. And that's a tough role. That's very tough because you know already that it was probably Bray Wyatt putting together all his own stuff. Now, who knows how much of WWE is going to be involved with this whole storyline. Maybe it's still going to be Wyatt, overseeing this whole ordeal. But you put this whole thing in Alexa Bliss's lap. This feud with Randy Orton is not over. Everything that she does from now on, maybe she's going to start hosting the Playhouse. Playhouse? Funhouse. She's going to start hosting the Funhouse by herself and trying to carry this gimmick by herself. And she's showing, just with one promo, that she can do it. That she has the talent to be able to carry a gimmick she didn't create in a situation she didn't create. And she can carry it. And if she can go out there and you can put her in any type of situation, whether it's a wrestling match, whether it's being a verbal bully, whatever, whether it's being an overprotective friend, or whether it being, some demon witch girl, if you could put her in multiple different situations and she'll rise to the occasion and meet the challenge. That's excellent shit. Like, that's the thing that, that you should be looking for. You should be looking for dynamic performers. Alexa Bliss is truly a dynamic performer, and she truly is one of the top performers in the company, in the business, let's be honest, male or female. She is not the best wrestler in the world, but she can give you a match with heat and a match with a story. She doesn't have to do that much, as far as techniques and stuff like that. She doesn't have a gaggle of moves. She's very small, so she's not going to be able to, body slam anybody. But she can give you a solid match. She can give you some dynamic promos. She can cut funny promos. She can be a personality. She can be herself and be interesting. She can be somebody else and be interesting. Now, it's very rare that I sit down to do something so glowing about one person. But it's true. I cannot think of anything negative about Alexa Bliss other than I can't think of anything negative. Like, what negative could I say? That she's not Ricky Steamboat in the ring? It's like, I didn't expect her to be. She's a fucking girl. I guess the concussions, But she's very injury prone, but small woman. What can you do? She knocked it out of the park on this promo. She was perfectly creepy. She was perfectly corny when she needed to be, because the lines about being burned were corny, but they were meant to be corny. That's part of the Bray Wyatt character, that he does corny shit, because he was, that was part of the whole Mr. Rogers, Mr. Dress Up, daily morning cartoon grandpa sort of stylings that they had, where occasionally they would say corny things and do corny things and look at the camera and kind of wink and nod at, yeah, I know that was dumb, but it's for children. Something similar to that. Like, she was able to pull that stuff off. She's really been doing a good job. And I thought they was going to bring in some new version of Alexa Bliss. Maybe try to bring back like her as a demon or something like that. But they seem to be holding back on that. That they're going to reintroduce Wyatt first, and then they're going to, do whatever it is they're going to do with Alexa Bliss later. And I'm 100% cool with that. Alexa Bliss killed it. What did you guys think of this segment? Well, it wasn't much to the segment other than Randy Orton talking and Alexa Bliss looking creepy on this swing set, which I am interested in how they got the swing set in the ring so fast. But I think that what they probably did is when they cut the cameras and they put the cameras mostly on Randy and he was selling the lights going out, that's when they started setting up everything. but it was all beautifully shot. You know, like they're really doing great stuff when it comes to the Fiend. Like the promo segments, they don't do a lot of camera cutting, you know, because there's nobody getting hurt and beat up, which, you know, doesn't help. I also didn't like that they think they dragged this to like the 10:30 hour almost, the 10 o'clock. You're like, oh, you need to do something sooner. But this was pretty good. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. If you like what I do, send me money. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for appreciating thank you for your time, I should say. And I'll talk to you guys later.